The Road Warrior Wizards arriving at the arena. That look tells us they're ready to get down to the task at hand. Happy Halloween and welcome to a spooky screening of the NBA on 2K Sports. Here's hoping all your trick-or-treaters come at halftime. In this game, we'll see the Washington Wizards going up against the Memphis Grizzlies right here at FedEx Forum. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry, our distinguished analyst, Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And here's the schedule for the Memphis Grizzlies. On Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Utah, going up against the Jazz. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. And with tip-off coming right up, we've got just enough time to hear from the sideline. Allie, what do you got for us?
Thank you very much, Brian. Well, asked to describe the Grizzlies' culture, John Morant said, quote, drippy. If anybody knows what that means, that's our identity. Some don't like it, but it gives us an edge, a boost, a lot of energy out there on the floor. So we are going to continue to do it. Brian?
Drippy, Allie. I like it. I know what that means, by the way. All right, Grant, it's time to light the jack-o'-lanterns, leave out some candy, and watch some hoops. This should be a spooktacular game.
You're right, B.A. I mean, it's always fun to play a holiday game. There's that extra little bit of energy in the air, both for the fans and the players.
Now Washington's starting five. In the middle, it's Porzingis with Kuzma by his side. Morris and Beal are the backcourt pair, and it's Avdia in at the three, the small forward. And for the Grizzlies, Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Then it's Steven Adams. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Aldama in at the four. Now here's Kuzma. Porzingis sets a screen. Back to Morris. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Sometimes you do a little extra work. Something good comes your way. And Porzingis cleans up that offensive rebound.
Outside Morant. Pass to Brooks. Inside. It's stolen by Kuzma. Beal with it. Adams covering. Porzingis passes to Morris. There's the drive. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Monte Morris is a nice second point guard to have on the roster. A very good scorer who contributes in a lot of other ways.
And with Monte Morris, he's been steady throughout his career.
Well, I'll tell you what, Washington did a good job picking up a stud like this. He shoots a high percentage. He takes care of the ball. He's someone that the coach is going to give a lot of responsibility to, and this team has needed a player like this for the past couple seasons.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second one. And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoying playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character. He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Porzingis misses. Now Bain. Pass to Moran. High arcing shot, and he lays it in.
Able to get that teardrop anytime he wants. Morant has all the shots in his bag.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
The aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
Here's Morris. Beal outside. To the middle. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Morant, the pass to Bain. Back to Morant. 1:56 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Brooks. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Kuzma. Aldama grabs a board.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Offensive board. Now here's Bain from outside the arc. Hits a three-pointer.
Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
Morris with it. He's picked up by Adams. Here's Porzingis, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Last season, Washington was hot out of the gates. They started 10-3, but things did not end well.
You know, and after that hot start, BA, a 25-44 ending for the Wizards, failing to make the play-in game as well. Just a disappointing season after the promise Washington showed early.
Line change here for Memphis. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Outside Jones. They set the pick. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
The basket counts, and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
And Barton has always had those kind of squirrely moves out there, so hard to defend him.
One shot.
One shot. That free throw, good from Barton.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Here's Conchar. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go
At the
uncontested.
line for your Grizzlies. Taking 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Hits both from the stripe. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Outside Davis. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hachimura. And again, it's Washington converting.
Hard to leave any NBA player that wide open from that distance.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Grizzlies out in front, up by 1. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this.
Please give a big round of applause for your...
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Brent, some people have talked about the return of the mid-range jumper. Is that something you've seen as well?
I don't know, BA, if it ever really left. I mean, the guys that we talk about often have been doing it for years and doing it well. So coaches who understand that they have players that have a tremendous skill to make shots and make tough shots are still going to lean on possessions where that shot is offered up to the rim.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting in the second. Morris and Beal are the backcourt pair. Kyle Kuzma out there with Will Barton. And it's Gafford in at the 5. Morant with it. Beal picks him up. Oh, Clark with the slam.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Bradley Beal played for Coach Greg Popovich with the U.S. national team, and Pop said, quote, he's hard to keep up with. His balance and movement are very impressive. He stops on a dime, can pull up and shoot. That, along with his excellent footwork, are the most impressive things for me. Brian?
Yeah, great breakdown there, Allie. Thank you. Clark, the pass to Brooks. Adams inside. He's guarded by Barton. Yep, that one's good. Adams has gotten his first bucket of the night. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dylan Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah.
Morant softly drops in the floater.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Beal with it. He's picked up by Adams. Beal's shot is off. You know, talking about Dylan Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Greg.
Yeah, BA. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter. Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks. At the line for 2.
The free throw dropped for Brooks.
You know, the Wizards really came up short last season on the defensive end. They consistently struggled to get stops, which makes it twice as hard to win games.
Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Desmond Bane comes in for Conchar. Porzingis is checked in for Washington. Avdia comes in for Barton. And Brooks drops them both. Just wonder how the Wizards can remedy their defensive weaknesses from last year.
Well, BA, mindset is a big part of it. They just need to have better focus on pressuring the ball handlers and making sure shots are getting well contested.
They get the rebound. Oh, and Porzingis powers it home.
Well, it's clear that Porzingis has some athleticism. That dunk right there, ferocious.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Morant against Morris. The teardrop. Morant, no good. For Washington, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Pass to Avdia. Morris, that's a screen. And Clark with a block. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Hachimura's checked in for Washington. Davis comes in for Morris. Hachimura from long range. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Their first look at this year's Washington squad.
They should have steamrolled this club last year, but that's not how it played out.
To the inside, Aldama. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
.40 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. 6 on the shot clock. Jones from outside. And no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Outside Porzingis. Payne against Beal. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Beal's got his first points of the night.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Payne. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Grizzlies out in front, up by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
You know, for the Grizzlies, they've started this season on the right foot, something we kind of expected, given their offseason. We'll see if this is a pace they can maintain as the year rolls on.
And let's get into this first half where there were some struggles for the Wizards.
Showing they know how to play. Team chemistry is on display. Like what I did there, showing they know how to play. Chemistry is on display. Kenny, anything you like to say? Oh.
Shaq's chosen to rap because in the first half, he was taking a nap.
Oh, what you said was not full. In other words, it was terrible.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. You look at Kristaps Porzingis. What a contribution.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
Oh man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Memphis leading.
The Wizards had to deal with a lot of changes last year, not just in terms of their roster, but also bringing in a new coach.
Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Then there's Ja Morant. Then it's Steven Adams. Then it's Aldama in at the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Morris on the wing, pounded by Morant. A nice shot by Morris. And you know, in Washington, you have to think it takes more than one season for a new coach to get acclimated.
That's for sure, BA, but now you're talking about Bradley Beal not being there for the entire year. So these guys just having time together and trying to figure out where their roles end up settling. It's really important for these guys to have those relationships built early on for them to have success this season.
Morris can't hit. The Grizzlies shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Up top, Payne, guarded by Morris. Morant, the pass to Adams. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Shoots. And it's Morant missing. Washington trailing. Morris outside. Beal outside. Porzingis with a screen on Morant. Beal gets the bucket.
Mixing it up just a little bit. Beal gets himself some room to work with using that screen.
Morant against Morris. Adams with a screen on Morris. Morant, the pass to Adams. Bain with it. Outside Morant. He tries for three. Aldama, no good. For Washington, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. And it's 6'9", Denny Avdia with great size for a wing, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And you combine that with his motor, too. I mean, he's already an excellent defender with the versatility to cover inside and out.
Here's Porzingis. That one's wide left. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot. Well, Brian, the Wizards have been aggressively reshaping their roster. What they haven't done is tear it down and start a rebuild. That's often the most popular route for teams stuck in the middle, but the Wizards seem to be hoping they can catch lightning in a bottle. Back to you.
Now, no appetite for the restart, Allie. Thanks. Here's Aldama. Rebound by the Wizards. Porzingis has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. The shot no good, and Memphis taking it the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Morant, the pass to Bain. 55 seconds left in the third, and they pick up 2. Bain's got 5 now.
He's got a knack for finishing inside. That's easy money.
And here is Morris. Out left to the wing. Porzingis for 3. Porzingis can't get that one to fall. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Pass to Morant. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That'll belong to Kyle Kuzma.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So Washington ends up going with a new group. And Morant drops them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Morant against Barton. Outside Davis. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. This is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And for the Wizards, they're shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. They've got Daniel Gafford. Will Barton is out there with Davis. Then it's Rui Hachimura, and it's Gill in at the 4 slot. And it's Gafford missing. Well, the Grizzlies shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Here's Conchar. He's guarded by Barton. On the wing, Jones. Shoots over Davis. No good off the back of the rim. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Morris, he's checked in for Washington. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand.
Now here's Gafford. Pass to Davis. Now Morris. A step-back shot. That shot missing. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Here's Jones, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Barton finds Hachimura. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Now here's Brooks. Clark with a screen on Barton. And Gafford with the block. Morris against Jones. On the attack, Morris. And Clark with a block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Clark. Washington making some changes. Kyle Kuzma, he's checked in for Hachimura. Avdia comes in for Barton. And it's Bradley Beal in for Davis. Two minutes gone by here in the fourth. Gafford with a screen on Bain. Beal the pass to Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
We've seen Bradley Beal elevate his playmaking ability over the years. It's nice work in the pick and roll.
Jones with the ball. Brooks outside. Pass to Adams. Outside Jones. 5 to shoot. Adams with a screen on Morris. Jones from outside. Counted from distance. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. There's a minute 34 left in the game. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Morant's checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Wes Unseld Jr. had to say to his team. He's not happy with the amount of threes they've given up. He said, quote, if at least we were sending back some answers, but we're not. So expect a concerted effort to change that one, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Beal from outside. Not going to go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Now Morant. To the paint. Here's Aldama. Good. And the setup by Morant. And now it's a 9-point Memphis lead.
Now, lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
Beal outside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Beal with a nice job. A little bit pesky that time inside.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
Well, it's one thing in a game to do a great job of drawing fouls, but going to the free throw line and delivering, that's another.
First free throw is good, and that brings him with an 8.
Well, a top player at the shooting guard position, Beal seems to kick his game up a notch every year in the league.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
The team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Morris against Morant. Over Morris. Outside for Brooks. From downtown. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Down low. Here's Bane. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one. But will they take something from the loss? There's no way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Personal foul. First team foul.
23 seconds left in the fourth. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Memphis, Desmond Bain. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
And the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
Hachimura in the post. Pass to Davis. Back to Hachimura. From deep. Grizzlies with the rebound. And here's Morant. And so it's Memphis winning this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian Anderson signing off. Now it's time for the New Balance Player of the Game, Ja Morant.